All right. So hi everyone. So we are doing a fast start training, and welcome to Life Vantage family. Welcome to our team, Team Heat. So my name is Anna Stropnik, and I'm going to be going over like everything that you need to know when you first get started, and everything that you don't need to know as well. The problem is when we are first starting, we feel that we need to know everything, and it may take about 6 months for us to learn everything, or even longer than that. Um, and It's not really duplicatable, so that's why we sometimes have people joining our team and then like trying to learn everything, trying to do their own thing, but they're not getting results. So what we want to do with this training is we want to get you to that Pro 1 rank as fast as possible, to the Pro 3 rank as fast as possible, if that's something that you're wanting to do, without going into too much of like trying to know it all, because that's really something that is not important. Why do I say this? Because when we first join, we are usually like bombarded with our with everything that we are reading in our group, that we are listening when we listen to the presentation, and we just assume that everyone out there is just going to know everything. And like when we talk about oxidative stress with passion, everybody's going to be just like, yeah, let me buy some of those pills. Or if you show ABC primetime video somewhere public, that people are just going to jump into the business. It's not the case. We've been warmed to that. So when we are first presenting, we should not be, like blasting our company name. So no Life Vantage, no Protendum, no nothing on your Facebook walls, because it's really like not to be used for salesy, pitchy things. So the other thing is, when you have somebody who wants to join the business as well, you're going to be if you're the one trying to present everything instead of using tools, if you're trying to present, tell them, my class come here, come here. See, it's not working.
Hi, Abby. Mama.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right. So where was I? So what we want to do is we don't want to be presenting ourselves. We want to be utilizing and using our tools. So our Facebook group is one of the tools. Your upline is one of the tools. Your Pro 3 upline is one of your tools. So you can introduce that new person to your upline. If we don't follow this system, and if we are trying to be like knowing everything and thinking that we need to present everything, what is going to happen? Like people are going to think, I will never be able to do this. So you will not have duplication. So this is why this is like really, really crucial, to teach you from the beginning how to do this business the right way. So I'm going to share a little bit with you my story. As you can see, I'm a mom. My name is Anna Stropnik. I'm a mom, a wife, pretty much like almost a single mom, because my husband travels a lot. He works on a private yacht, so he's in the Bahamas right now. I used to work in the spa industry. So I used to work on like in spa resorts and cruise ships beforehand as well. And my hours before I was a mom were like nights, weekends, holidays, all of that stuff. When sorry, just a minute. So when I got pregnant, I knew that I could no longer work those hours, because with my husband being away, my son had to be in daycare, and then would have a babysitter. So I was looking for ways to find how I can work from home, and I didn't find network marketing then. I actually started school, and I finished the school to be a medical coder. So when I first started in that career, I thought it was great. I had Monday through Friday job. But after like the first week, I realized that's not ideal either, because my hours were 8 till 5. I was dropping my son off at daycare at 7 in the morning and picking him up at 6. So I knew that I had to do something to change my life. And that's when Vicky called me and she asked me if I would be open to look at the opportunity to, to make some extra money from home. And I just jumped in, even though I had like a full-time job. I had side jobs. I was still working in the spa on weekends. But I said yes, even though I knew that I had to change something, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So that's my story. The reason why I'm telling you my story is that is something that you are going to have to know how to tell your story. So it's more powerful for somebody to hear your story than it is for you to explain oxidative stress, to go explain ABC primetime video all by yourself. So with your story, people will know your why. People will that are similar to you will resonate with you. Also, know other people's stories. So let me just go over what is important about your story. So you want to talk about the life that you did before you joined network marketing or LifeVantage. You want to point out the pain that you were having before you joined, and then the solution that you found and how excited you are. So those are the 3 things. And if you can do this, if you can like do this today and write down your story that is less than 2 minutes, and that is something that you can share when you have your launch calls, to share your personal story. So my story is, I needed more time. I needed more time with my son, and my schedule was not right. And it was just heartbreaking for me to have my son in daycare all day. Now, your story might be different. Your story might be that you're struggling with a health issue. It could be something else, but point out that pain. Why is that important? Because okay, so let me give you something that I learned from Tara Wilson. Tara Wilson is our pronoun upline, if you guys don't know. So she says this in this way. So imagine yourself being outside, and somebody tells you, okay, over there across the building, there's a fire on the third floor, and there is $500,000 underneath the bed. Will you go and get it? Would you go? You would think, if there is a fire and you know how bad it is, and maybe you wouldn't go, right? But what instead, if she would tell you, okay, there's a fire on the third floor and your child is trapped in that room, what would you do? And there's $500,000. You would run, right? So people join because of the pain that they're having. They may not share that with you in the beginning, but they will somehow resonate with you and your pain, and that's why they will join you in the business. So that's what's important when you're telling your story, to go to say what you did before, talk about your pain, talk about the solution you had, and how excited you are. And that's all it is in 2 minutes. If you guys want to write it out and like send it to me, that's fine. I would love to help you out, but these things are powerful. Okay, so that's number 1 thing. Now, the second thing we want to talk about in this training is your goal setting. So you all had a reason why you joined LifeVantage Business with us, and it could be like a financial goal. You saw the income disclosure. Maybe you're looking to make, because you're in a business, right? So you're looking to make maybe $300, $500, $1,000 extra a month, or maybe you want to take it all the way. When I looked at Tara Wilson's one a month video before I joined, I was like, I want to be pro 10. But maybe some of you are not. So everyone is different. Everyone has different goals, and that's absolutely fine. But what I want you to do is actually write them down. Write them down, show them to your upline, because we would like to know what is it you are looking for personally. It's not my goal, it's your goal. So write it down, what you want, where do you see yourself within a month, where do you see yourself within a year. So just to make this a little bit visual, I'm going to share the screen, and we're going to go, just a second. We are going to go here. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. So anyway, this is our income disclosure for LifeVantage distributors that was updated last year. I mean this year, sorry, for last year. So this is what on average our Pro 1s up to Pro Executive Master Pro 10, what they're making monthly on average. So these are real figures because we are a publicly traded company. So this is where you can see where you can take this. Now, most people would be happy that to get to here. Pro 3 rank is our core rank, so that's where we are all starting. So some people are only looking to make, like I said, $500 to $1,000. So you have to look at this. This is going to take some time. I cannot possibly tell you how long it's going to take for you to reach any of these ranks. But when you're looking to like Pro 5, Pro 6, Pro 7, and further, just, don't have your goals so high that they're not reachable, especially if you've never been in this industry. There is a lot to learn and you need to give yourself time. So if your goal is to get to like elite ranks, give yourself 3 to 5 years. Okay, but what we want to talk right now is we want to go over what you need to do first. So you need to get to your Pro 1, Pro 2, and Pro 3 to our core levels as fast as you can. So our suggestion is to get to Pro 2 rank within the first month that you join and to your Pro 3 within 90 days. Okay, so if you do that, if all your new people do that, you can imagine how fast you're going to duplicate your business. And not only that, now we have the Pacesetter program that is also rewarding you for doing so, that is rewarding you to reach those ranks, and you can make 100, 200, 250, so 700 in total cash bonuses when you first join. So if you join, for example, this month, now it's the 24th, right? Your first month doesn't count because it's not the first month. So you have the whole month of March, if you join just now, to make your Pro 2 rank, to get those bonuses, okay? Then you confirm and you make your Pro 3 within 90 days. So your February doesn't count. Doesn't matter if it's on the first, you still have an extra month. So hopefully that's good. So what you want to do with your goals is, first off, I would suggest, I hope you take me on that. I will do the same thing. Write down your goals for March in our Team Heat group. Just make a post, I am going to be Pro 5 in March. So whatever that might be, post it in there. So we will keep you accountable and you will keep yourself accountable. You want to hold your word. So that will be something that I would suggest would be a really good idea. So basically we went over the Pacesetter program. So not only that you will actually get those cash bonuses with our Pacesetter program, but also in most of your markets for reaching Pro 3 levels, there's other incentives. There are incentive trips as well for Pro 3s. If you're in the UK, it's Malta. If you're here in the US, it's Puerto Vallarta. I'm super excited about that, so I'm running for that. So it's Puerto Vallarta trip, all linked to getting yourself to become a Pacesetter and Pacesetter Pro. And in Australia, I know you guys don't have incentive trip, but you have like Pro 3 retreats. And I know you have something else going on that is going to be in July. I have to check it in my notes. I just heard about it. But they're launching new products for Australia, and there's going to be like some type of training in July in Australia. So you definitely want to get yourself to be a pro setter, a Pacesetter and a Pacesetter Pro. So let's go out of here, and we're going to go into your back office, because what we want to do is I want to show you everything that you need to know when you first join, is how to get to your website, how to sign up your first customer, how to sign up your first distributor. Here. Okay. All right. So when you first join, you're going to get an email telling you what your ID number is, and you can use your email to log in, and you need to remember your password that you signed up with. Okay, let me just move this so you guys can see this. So I'm on my computer. If you're using your phone, it might look a little bit different. So this is just how it looks on the computer. So you want to go log in here. All right, I'm going to use my... All right. So you want to go here in your account services. So you see all these icons on top. You want to go here in your account services, in your business site admin. Okay, and this is what my personal website is. And if you want to change it, this is where you can change it and then save it. So just remember, you know, if you're going to change it, do it when you first sign up, because that's going to be your website forever. So if you keep changing it, you know, you maybe have people who you introduced before and they cannot like buy from you, even though they can now search you by your name to find a distributor. But this is how you do it, and then you just go in and save changes. Okay, so hopefully this is simple. If you guys have question on this, let me know. So you go under your, I'll go back again. So you go into your account services, your business site admin, and then this is where it's going to show your personal website. So this is the website you are going to give to people to order product or to join the business, okay? And here is where you can change it. And then at the bottom, you just hit save changes. Okay, so I'm going to log off. Now the next thing I'm going to show you. Okay, we're gonna go back to, now I'm going to open my website. Not log into it, but I'm going to open it. Okay, so this is my website. And this is what your people will see when you give them the website. This is the US website. So let me show you right here. You see where you have your flag right there on top. On your phone, you kind of have to like scroll up to see the flag. So it shows the US, okay? Your website is in every market that we have. So for example, you are in the US, but you have a customer distributor in Australia. You will click on Australia. And now here, when you see on top, this is my Australian website. So if I have somebody who wants to join my business in Australia, I'm going to give them this link, okay? And I would suggest to go over all of these markets when you have time and check what's available in each country. When I first started, well, you guys know, Gaze in Australia, I had the business partners in Australia and in the UK. So I had to know my my business, like you know, which products they have, what's the time difference, right? All of these things you kind of have to know how you sign up as a distributor in the UK, Australia, or any of those markets in Canada where you're going to go. So that's kind of important for you to know. So if I'm talking to somebody in Netherlands, you know, or in Mexico, before I talk to them, I'm going to check, okay, let me see what products they have available. Or before you talk to somebody and you're not sure if we're in their market, you just go here and check. So if you are not in their market, you cannot do business with them, right? So this is how you do that. Okay, now I'm going to show you. So this is the US web, no, this is the Australian website. So that's okay. It's the same. So we're going to shop. This is how when you're signing up a customer, they can shop here. Okay, and they can shop and they can see what they like. They can see what they like, and then they can just complete it from there. Okay, if they go on under Join Us, this is how they would sign up as a distributor. So you will click on a distributor in Australia, and these are the packs that they will choose. They will then go, okay, So let's pretend that we're doing it. Okay, so let's say somebody is joining in Australia and they want to join on a gold pack. So we're going to click add to order. We're going to click OK. We are going to choose what they're going to be on auto ship for. So we're going to check auto ship selection. I usually try to change the date here, so you always have the product coming at least 5 days before. So I will change it to the 20th. And let's say this person wants to start with 1 bottle of Pretendum and maybe a skincare. Okay, and a skincare for the monthly subscription. Okay, so when we would go, then we already did a product selection for auto ship. We're just going to go here and they're going to enter personal information. I'm their sponsor, and they just enter all of this. Click on all, create the password, click on all the boxes, and they're done. Okay, so, and payment information. So this is if you're signing up a distributor in Australia. It's the same for every market. Okay, so if you are signing up a distributor, let's say in the UK, okay, I'll show you this for an example as well. If you're signing up a distributor in the UK, the same thing, it's going to be under Join Us. I'm gonna click United Kingdom, okay, distributor. So in the UK, you don't have the options of all different packs. The only way you can start in the UK is by starting with a silver pack and then upgrading within the first 10 days or within the first month, but after 10 days. So then you're going to click to order, select that, and then you're going to, the startup kit is already included in the pack. You're going to go click auto ship selection, and then you're going to click maybe on the 20th again, auto ship order, and then let's say we're going to start on a duo pack per monthly order. Okay, so that's your distributor. Then we're going to go and enter the personal information, and that's it. They enter that, they click on all of the boxes, create their password, and it takes them to the payment information. So in the US, the same thing, and really, like, if you have a question about any other market, I'll be happy to help you with that. So that's signing up your distributor. If you are signing up a customer, we already went into shopping, but there is a quicker way to do it, okay? So if you want to if you already know what this customer is going to have, I'm just going to go on the United States side because that's the one I know. So if you have somebody who you already know, like, okay, they want to start on the yellow pill, you want to send them a cart because it's just like taking like less steps, and people don't like taking too many steps, okay? So you will go on your website, you will click shop, you will pick the products, okay? If you're in the US, that's what I would pick. I would pick the Vitality Stack because it's our starter kit. You can pick it in packets. I would suggest that because you can travel with them. So let's pick that, okay? And then all right, so you see right here, you have the cart. Okay, so you haven't logged into the website, you just went shopping for your customer. And then what you're going to do is you're gonna go here and click, if you want to add something more, you saw you can do continue shopping and you can add another thing. But if this is everything that they're ordering, by the way, this here is a retail customer and this is when they buy it monthly. I always suggest for them to get started monthly. So I will share that why. So you will click here on share, okay? And then you can either email it to them or you can copy the link, So the link is copied. And now I'm just going to go on Messenger or on WhatsApp or message or email, and you can just send that, paste that link and send it to them. So it's going to be really, really quick and easy to do so. So you just right click and you're going to click paste, right? I can do it now because, but anyway, if I had my Facebook open, I would like click, where can I do that? Oh, I don't have anything open. Okay, let's try my email. All right, so the new email. So I would do this. I would right click and paste. Okay, and then this is what they will get. They will get the shopping cart. Okay, so that's what that is. Let's close that. Sorry. So that is that. What else do we need to show you in here? I think that's everything as far as the website goes. All right. So that is everything as far as the website goes. All right. So another thing, the next thing what you want to do is with yourself and with your brand new distributor, you want to make sure that they're joined in all of our groups. Okay, now I understand, like I have a global team, so we are using UK Team Heart Group and we're using the US Team Heart Group. But if you are in the US, what I would suggest is to stay with the US Team Heart and Team Heart Sneak Peek and follow our weekly meetings in the US. If you're in the UK, then you do that. Sometimes it can be overwhelming and it's not so relatable to you if you are not in that market. As for Australia, Gay, you're gonna have to help me on this because I don't know which team call you guys are listening. I think you're listening to Lisa's. But always make sure that you do listen to those weekly team calls. And then as far as the website goes, I would also stay with the UK website for you guys, just because of the products that are kind of similar in Australia and in the UK market. Not the prices, but the products are. Just for the time being, I think that would be best. So you want to add yourself to a Team Heart, but your upline is probably going to do that already. Team Heart or Team Heart UK, the Sneak Peek group, My Life and Each Story, which is our retention customer group. Also our WhatsApp chats, so we can communicate with you. Live Healthy and Happy or Live Long and Strong, one of our product groups. And Team Heat, which is our group of our team. And I would highly suggest everyone to stay in Team Heat because that's a smaller group. We can we can be very casual in there, and we can promote and congratulate for like smaller wins, and just for us to communicate. It's really great for everyone new you have to sign them up in Team Heat group as well. So what you want to do in Team Heart and in Team Heart UK, you want to tag yourself. That's where you're going to be tagged in the pinned post. And that's what you're going to do for the new distributor as well. So in the pinned post, it really goes over. I have it printed out. It's basically the checklist of everything that you need to know when you first get started. So what we suggest is going public on your Facebook profile. So what can you make as a post? You can make a video or you can make a post. What the post needs to be like is you are excited, tell your story, why you're excited, but don't mention the company name. So that will give you, that will pique curiosity. But so when you do invite people to your first launch, they're going to be like, what is she up to? So or he up to. So that is everything is in there on your getting started checklist. This is the US one. UK has one as well. So you just need to go over all of this and sign it at the bottom. So that's your first thing that you gotta have. You want to download your launch guide. So that's everything is in those two groups. So your launch guide is really like everything that you need to know until you hit that Pro 1 rank. Okay, so everything is in your launch guide. How to simply invite, how to tell your story, how to create your list, and just like go through this checklist. Once you're done, once you're Pro 1, then you can we can get you further down in our system, but this is where you're starting. And also in the UK, we have, Lisa did this for us in the UK group. She did a simple scripts to get started. So this is really, really awesome. Invite, inform, introduce. And exactly what she's saying in this is don't be the tool, use the tool. So use your upline, use your tools, use your videos, groups, and don't try to go and explain to yourself. So all of these scripts are amazing. They're really short. So this is your another tool to use and to go over with. So those three things. Okay, now the next thing you want to do, now this is super important. When you first sign up, you want to do a launch. You want to do a launch for your business. Now, I know that we've all been bad about this, but especially with our new team members, because we are utilizing groups now, we're getting customers, we're getting results from the groups, but when you're starting your business, you want to do that launch in the first month. That's what your focus needs to be. That's what is going to get you those first 10 customers, 5 distributors that you will actually be in the business, because there's no you can only launch once, and that's within that first month. So what we suggest is actually doing a launch is three launches in the first month. So one within like first 28, 24, 48 hours, do the first launch, invite like 5 people, mom, sister, aunt, best friend, and whatever, like at least like 5 people, introduce it to them, and then set up 2 more dates with your upline, and we will do a personal launch for them. It can be online, it can be offline, whatever that may be, but you definitely want to do that launch. So one will be probably a disaster, one will be super successful, and like everyone who's done these launches, it got you to Pro 1, Pro 2 really, really quick. You can ask Gay. She did her exactly by the book. She did her 3 launches in Australia, and that's what got her team started. And then from there on, we're going to be teaching you how to utilize groups and how to do everything else. But when you're brand new, you want to do your launch. Okay, so if you were opening a business, if you were opening any type of like a store, whatever, you would have an opening, right? You would have an opening, you would invite everyone. It would be an exciting times, but like we often forget when we're launching our online business, it's not so important, but it really is crucial for your success. So definitely your launches, and that's something where we're going to help you to launch your business, but not only your business, your brand new distributors that just joined, we're going to help you launch them. And then that's going to just be like a domino effect until you're Pro 3. We're just going to help you launch the brand new person, and then you can go in and maybe like study some more and utilize groups more, and do the Facebook training that we have in the Team Heart website as well. So another thing that you need to do when you're brand new is you need to create your list. So your list is going to be a list of about 50 people that and then you want to ideally expand that list to about 200. So when you're going to start doing your launches, all you're going to do is you're going to simply invite. So how do we invite? We get excited. We just say, hey, I started a business. I'm super excited about it. Are you free Thursday night at 8 p.m.? That's it. That's your invite, something really, really simple. If they say yes, great, send them the invite and send them the ABC link inside the invite. That's what I usually do. So invite them to your launch. Or if you are if they say no, then you already have those other 2 dates and you can play around with that. If they still are not committed to come to the meeting, then use Lisa's scripts, you know, then you can just send them the information. You can send them all those 3 videos and then follow up with them. So don't forget that people need at least like 5 touches, 5 follow-ups before they make a decision. Some people make a decision straight away, but most don't. So don't forget those people who maybe told you no in the beginning or not yet, and do occasionally follow up with them until they're ready. So that's that. And then I already went through our weekly meetings. You gotta attend weekly meetings. Super, super important. So weekly meetings are crucial. Be there, whatever it is, you know, whatever you're following, the UK team with Lisa or the US with Rachel and Tara. I know, Rhonda, you're here. I'm going to give you those links. So you, and Canada too. I don't know if Kathy's here, or maybe she's gonna be watching later, but Canada and US and Mexico, we are all watching or listening to our team calls on Monday at 9:30 Eastern time in the US. So that's your next thing. And then lastly, is especially if your goal is to build this business further and you want to reach to those elite ranks. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to attend events. Events are super important for your mindset, to learning your skills, to learn from all these leaders who have been there before you. So always find out when is that next event. I just came back from Indianapolis. I'm signed up for Anaheim. I know in Australia you have different dates. I know you have something in July going on now. In the UK and the Netherlands, you guys have your every 3 months you have elite academies as well. So you want to know what those dates are, and you want to be there. You want to be registered, you know. So just register and make it happen, you know. I registered. I still have no idea who's going to watch Jack, whatever, but I registered. You know, I've been in Orlando, I've been in Indianapolis. I'm now going to that one, and then we have our global convention where we like try to get everyone to go, and it's in Salt Lake City. That's going to be in October of this year. So you want to know about those dates, because that is something that is going to be building your business. So that's really everything. And now I'm going to ask you if you guys have any questions, if everything was clear, and we'll just get started. So let's start.